Well gang, this one here is having a turbo change. It has a code. Oh, by the way, it's a Holden Captiva diesel. It's hosing oil out of the diesel, out of the turbocharger. You see it's got oil around here too. So I'm going to start by undoing those flange bolts up there that you can see. These ones just here, there. There's 3 of those. And then there's a EGT, exhaust gas temperature sensor, and a couple of mounting bolts. And I think that's about all I can get to from underneath, and the rest of it is from the top. So I'm going to undo those, and then we'll go back up the top once I've got that undone and the exhaust engine pipe off it. Okay, so with the flange removed, the exhaust engine pipe removed, and those bolts, if you look up in there you can see that's the catalytic converter there. Now I'm not sure whether the turbo comes with the cat. We'll find that out when the turbo turns up. That's the particulate filter. And you can see the schmutz that's starting to accumulate around there. Well, that's essentially what blocks that system up, and then they'll go to a regen system where they'll overheat the particulate filter and burn all that schmoo out of there. So, but anyway, the whole problem is, if you can see up there's a box. You can see that if I can zoom in for you. Up in here, there's see that electronic box? That's an electronic box that comes with the turbocharger, and that's what the issue, or one of the issues is with this vehicle, is that box, which is the turbo boost actuator. It's faulty apparently, and look, if you look at it, it's covered in oil. It's oil dripping off it everywhere. And yes, it comes with the turbo apparently. Anyway, back to it. We'll go from the top side now. So here we are on the top side. There's some things you have to remove to get to this point. There's an engine cover, some piping, ducting from the airbox that goes down to the turbocharger, which is down there. You can see it, there it is. Sorry about that, guys. Yep, so there's the turbo. It doesn't leave you much room. You know, by the time I get my hand in here, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of room. So I'm unsure how I'm going to go about pulling this off. I expect the best way to do it's going to be a bit at a time. But okay, I'll start unbolting some bits. I think we'll start with that shield there. Let's see what happens from there. So that makes the turbo a lot more visible. There's the outlet housing. There's 3 bolts that hold it onto the manifold. Now to get that shield off that we were speaking about, you need to take this as a, it looks like this, hang on. You need to take this piece off. That's where the PCB goes. That's the PCB there. So you take that off there, and you can slide that tin shield, that one there, 2 nuts and a bolt. Slide that up and over here. So are we water cooled? It doesn't appear to be. No, I'm going to say no. Oil in, oil out at the bottom there. This flange here, which that goes down to the where are we? That flange there. That's the catalytic converter section there. So I'll probably have to take that off, I'm guessing, to get onto the bolts from underneath. So back underneath we go. Okay, after looking underneath, you undo this. That band for the outlet. This catalytic converter should come off. There's access to the bolts underneath. I think if I take that out of the way, that's just going to leave me a bit more wiggle room. And that's a Torx bolt in there, so I'll have to find the right one for it. That band. And we'll get that out of there. There's the cat cracker. I thought that was a Torx. It's Allen key. And I used the T30 at Torx actually, and it came off without an issue. Okay. Are you getting in there? Oh, I don't know. Loosening bolts from underneath, I guess, or something. Well, I guess we'll take the drain off it. We'll take the drain and we'll take the oil feed out of it first, and then we'll undo the bolts, and that should pretty much come out with some wires that have got to be unplugged. I don't know if you can see them, it's pretty hard. There's some wires. There's a loom down there, a box we were talking about before. There it is right there. The light's shining on it. Right there. That one. We'll unplug him. And the whole lot should come out then. That's the plan. Okay, at this point, I think there's the return pipe. You can see that right in the middle of your screen there. That's the return hose. And there's two, you see those two nuts, one right there, one right there. And we'll get them, it's 2 or 3? 2. Yeah, we'll get them, we'll get that hose. And that should be all we need to do from underneath at this point. Yeah, that should be all we need to do at this point. The rest of it should be up the top. So once you've got it unbolted, you just sort of turn it up, sort of turn it a few different ways until you can jiggle it up past this area here. As you can see, oh, light on. No turbo, she's on the floor here. So have a look down there, have a look at that. That looks nice. That looks lovely, doesn't it? I think you can see that. That's the actuator that fails. And it comes with the turbo when you buy a turbo. Let's have a look in that end for us, eh? Can you see it? Hang on, maybe we can use daylight. There we go. There we go. Can we see that? You can see that. She's knackered, and this actuator's failed to do its job. This actuator here, and that's just like a scroll inside here, as far as I recall, a set of vanes that overlap, which increases or decreases the boost. So I expect I'll have to take this return pipe off, but everything else should come on it. Everything else should come on the new Turby. So, Captiva, eh? Why would anybody? Just in case you're inquiring, 180,000 kilometres. That's all it's travelled. Yeah. So that's how you get one off. And of course, getting it back on is the opposite. And I think we pay, I don't know, it's about $1,200 or something for a turbo with that gadget on it there. Anyway, that should do the trick. I thought I'd just put that up. There's not many people here on the tubes with a video on how to pull one of these damn things out. Well, there is now, so not many tools needed. Not many tools needed. Not many bits off. A couple of hours, probably a couple of hours. That's all it's going to take. A couple of hours to put it back together again. It should be good as gold. She'll have boost. And she'll run. And so I pulled the cartridge out of the turbo housings. And I'll just keep doing that.
I like rubber and forklift.
Nothing happens. She's breaking the shaft off. Yep.